And now to details of these and more stories. Opposition leaders in Togo have called for huge turnout in protest today outside Parliament, where lawmakers are due to meet to demand constitutional reform. Further marches were scheduled for next Wednesday and Thursday. Gnassingbe's government last week approved a draft bill for political change after protesters called for limits on presidential mandates and a two-round voting system. The president has been in power since 2005 when he took over from his father, Gnassingbe Eyadema, who ruled Togo for nearly 40 years. Opposition parties have called the bill a delaying tactic, and the government has since suggested it may not be discussed in full or approved on Tuesday. Any amendment to the Constitution requires the approval of 4/5 of the National Assembly. Spokesman for the main opposition, National Alliance for Change Party, Eric Dupuy, said they intend to keep up the pressure until they see to the departure of President for Gnassingbe.
Since the 2006 political agreement signed after foreign Gnassingbe ascended into power with the support of the army, the government has set up many commissions to facilitate dialogue with the people and has already submitted a bill to Parliament where the opposition does not hold the 4/5 needed in the assembly. Since then, the two camps trade accusations over the delay of bills. The last commission, set up last year to look at reforms, was designed to collect the opinions of the people throughout the country.
And with us now from Lomé, Togo, is Bridget Kafu-Ajanagbo Johnson, the Secretary General of the Togolese Opposition Coalition for Change. Many thanks indeed for joining us this morning. You have called on your activists to gather massively today in front of the National Assembly as it meets to examine the draft constitutional reforms. What do you intend to achieve today with your planned protest?
Well, we have called on the population to assemble outside Parliament since we do not know what the draft law on the constitutional reforms will be and what we'll find there. And if what we are agitating for does not correspond to the demands of our protest, which is a return to the 1992 Constitution in its original version.
Le retour à la Constitution de 92 dans sa version originelle.
But they are apparently going to be deliberating on one of your demands, which is constitutional reforms. So why don't you just wait for the outcome of their deliberations today at the National Assembly?
Well, it's because we know the government of the day. It's been there for 11 years. Since they came into power, we haven't seen any changes.
Okay, so in the case that the government does not meet your demands, what happens next? What will be the way forward?
Well, we will continue to protest. We will continue to mobilize more and more people until the government understands that it is not above the people and it must grant citizens their demands.